Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Today we're going to talk about something that gets us very, very upset, and we're going to try to come up with some ways to alleviate chargebacks. So, first thing I'm going to tell you is that when it comes to a chargeback, there's certain times you just can't control it. You've done a great job. You've crossed your T's, you've dotted your I's, you've done everything absolutely perfect. And for whatever reason, either they have buyer's remorse or the check doesn't go through or something goes through. So when you get a chargeback, you can't sit and get mad at yourself all the time because it's usually not your problem all the time. But let's kind of talk about when there's ways for us to make what you do a little bit better. So after you stop crying and after you get yourself all worked up and you're calling the client's name and you're cussing and all that stuff there because you got a $500 chargeback from somebody that wanted it, you need to kind of take a step back and analyze yourself to see what did you do right, what could you have done better, and what you did wrong. And again, you may not have done much wrong, but there could have been one little itty bitty thing that you did with that person that didn't sit right, yet Joe, the other 5 people, it worked properly. So there's really no set way, no cookie cutter way to sit and say, this is the way it has to be done. Yet, what you got to do, you got to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's to help yourself. So you're going to get less chargebacks, less buyer's remorse, and less people just making a dumb mistake by saying, I don't need this no more. So number one, you got to make sure, as we spoke yesterday, that you're building in the value, that the reason they're buying this from you today is because they're buying it from you because you've given them the reasons, you've told them why they should, they agree with you, and you're not selling it to them. Because people don't like to be sold something. Now, we can lead them down that yellow brick road to help them make that decision, but ultimately, we want them to sit and say, I want to buy from you. Not literally, but that's what we want them to say. You don't want them to say, I'm going to buy something from you because you're kind of making me. So we want them to get that warm, fuzzy feeling that the decision they're making with you is the right one. Now, let's talk about, are you doing a proper cool down to hopefully offset some of your chargebacks? Because what ends up happening is that we're in a house and we've got appointments. Either a set appointment or an appointment that you had talked to somebody earlier that wants you to go by. So right now is about 5 minutes after 10 here in Tampa. I'm finished with my person I just talked to. Everything is taken care of. They're happy, made a sale, done everything. You got an appointment at 10:15 and you're running late for it. What do? Do you just run? Do you say, okay, I got to go get another appointment? My recommendation is that the other appointment can wait. Well, Joe, I made an appointment. I need to make the sales. I paid for the leads. 100% correct. You need to make sure that the sale you did just make, you kind of put the bow on it. You put the whipped cream, you put the cherry on it. You make sure that when you leave, that sale is done properly. You tied it up properly. And the reason I'm saying that is that you're going to rush to go to that 10:15 appointment. They may not be there. They may say, well, Joe, I changed my mind. Joe, I talked to my husband, we don't need it. Joe, I talked to my daughter, she says we don't need it. So now what you've done, you've rushed to get there. Now you're all upset because the person can't see you. And the person you just sold, not going to do a chargeback, but yet you didn't button it up properly. Here's the decision you have to make. Do I call the client at 10:15 and tell them I'm running late, or do I just show up? Let's talk about it. If you show up and they're going to sit and say you're late, you can beg for forgiveness and say I was with another family. I was taking care of them. It went over a little bit more than what I expected. Please accept my apologies. Start wiping your feet. I'm here. May I please sit down and visit and help you out? Okay? Or you're going to call them and you run a chance of them saying, okay, no problem, not answering their phone, or answering their phone and saying, you know, Joe, I changed my mind. I don't want you to come by. My husband and I said we decided we don't want it. So you got to sit and decide which avenue you want to take. Me personally, I'm not going to call. I'm going to show up. I'm going to tell them we had a lot of traffic. I was with another family. I apologize. Please accept my apology. I'm here now. I'll make it a little bit quicker because I know you got a very busy afternoon. That's a decision you have to make. Okay? Now, when you do your cool down with your client, you got to know that it is a slow process. It's taking you, let's say it's taking you 45 minutes to do the presentation, go through the transitions, go through the application process. And then if you decide you want to do a web application, or you want to do a phone app, or if you want to do an actual e-app, you got to sit and decide which one you want to do, whatever your taste of carriers are. I like to sit down and visit with the client when I'm done. Explain to them that they made a good decision. Are they happy with the decision they made? Do they feel comfortable with these small payments? I don't care if the payment's $125 a month. Are you comfortable with this small payment? Okay? You want them to start nodding their head. Yes, I'm happy, I'm pleased, I'm happy with the decision I made. I like to kind of tell them, listen, I'm going to take you back to high school. I just want to make sure I did my job properly, so when I leave today, you know exactly what we've done. I've already given them some leave behind materials. I've already given them their actual conditional receipt, if it's from a wet application. I've given them I am your policy, okay? I got it all in a red folder. I got my company cards in there. I got all my stuff in there. I asked them, I said, today we signed you up for a program, and what was the face amount that we have decided to go with? They're going to tell you $10,000. You can ask them, what carrier did we enroll you with that accepted you? They're going to open up the paper. They're going to go, okay, it was America, Royal Neighbors, it was Foresters, whoever you gave them. They go, okay. When will be the first time your bank sends the payment in for you? They're going to go next month on the 3rd, correct. What will be that amount the bank is going to send in? They're going to go $47.52, or they're going to go $47.14, whatever they're going to say. That's correct. If they say, well, Joe, isn't it about $50? Say, yep, it's right around $50. What I like to tell people that if their premiums are $47, I'm going to say, listen, why don't you just leave $50 in there? If the husband is $50 and the wife is $47, I'm going to say, why don't you just make sure you leave like maybe $105 in your account, give a little cushion for something that may be overdrafted a little bit more, or something extra you may spend. Let them know exactly the carrier, the date, because what happens is that you're starting them up with something brand new. They're starting up a brand new policy. They may have had one before, yet you should have found out why they don't have it. You want them to know that's coming out of their account on the 3rd or the 2nd, 3rd, 4th Wednesday. You want to make sure they know the amount, because the people we deal with will get X amount of dollars in, and what they're going to do, let's say they get in $900. And for simplicity, husband and wife policy is $95. You tell them to leave $100 in there. You tell them, okay, you get 9 in, you leave $100 in there. Make sure you leave that $100, because they're going to take that $800 out, and you want them to take out the whole $895 and leave you with a chargeback. So you need to educate them and tell them that money's going to come out on the 3rd, well, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th Wednesday. What I would recommend you to do, certain times, certain carriers sometimes make a boo-boo. Everything's controlled by computers. Wait till the next day before you take all the money out, because something may have gone wrong with your payment. Now, I asked you guys this yesterday. Are there any carriers that you are representing now that your draft date is not coming out on the exact date and you're getting a chargeback? If that's happened to you, you need to call me. We need to get with the carrier and tell them they got to get with the program. We got a couple of carriers that are like Johnny on the spot. Bam, bam, bam. They do it very, very well. Okay? And those are Transamerica, because they got the Social Security form, Transamerica, Prosperity, and American Amicable. They've got it to where when you say, I want it drafted on a certain day, bam, it comes out on that date there. And what we've seen is that we're having agents with less chargebacks. And the less chargebacks you have because of the initial draft is messed up or subsequent drafts are messed up, what ends up happening, it makes our days go a lot smoother because now you got to call the client up, you either got to go by pick up a check, you got to do a double draft, you got to sit and beg, borrow, and steal because they've already spent the money. So you want to make sure that you do it on that particular date. Now, what clients don't realize is that their check is going to come in. Their check will be there on time. It's going to be there. The check falls, the third falls, if the first or third falls on a Saturday or Sunday, they're going to get their check on Friday. Most carriers don't draft the account until Monday. So now, if the client tells you, Joe, I want to make sure my money's in there because, I just want to make sure. I want you drafted on the 5th. The way to alleviate them saying that to you is to say, I see you're 67 years old. Can I assume your money comes into you on the 3rd of the month? They're going to go, yes. Say, okay. The companies that we have, what they do is that they're going to give you a discount that you qualify for. And what they're going to do is on the 3rd of the month, your bank at no charge is going to send the payment in for you. That's how the company has it set up with the banks. Try not to give them the option to say, I want the 4th or the 5th. Tell them this is how the program works. Now, I want it done on the 4th. I don't care what your company says. I'm not going to buy nothing, get out of my house. I want it on the 4th. You got to sit and decide. You want it on the 3rd to argue about it, or you want to say, Mr. Client, you want it and take a chance. Okay? Put it for the 4th. Yet, 99, 98 times out of 100, you're going to hopefully get them to do it on the exact date they get it. So when the money comes in the wee hours of the morning, it comes in because the computer knows it's got money coming out and the computer knows it's got money coming in. So the computer knows they're getting their check in and the computer knows that your insurance payment is going to the carrier. They talk to each other so they know. So the client can sit and say, well, I want it on the 4th because your money may come out before I get my Social Security. You very nicely need to sit back and tell them, in these new times, these computers talk to each other. The actual service hardware that these companies use, they know everything. They know all the money coming out of your account. They know all the money coming in your account, and everything is programmed where they don't do that to create any hassles for you because they don't want you to be an unhappy customer client. Hopefully that will satisfy everything. Now, let's talk about another thing to hopefully set back on chargebacks. Now, this will not work for everybody. For the mere fact is that you may be working zip code 123, and now you got to go to zip code 457, and you got to go somewhere on the other side of town, and you don't have time to deliver the policies. You ought to try to make a little bit of time to deliver your policies, especially if you're brand new. Don't get the policies for 25 cents. You deliver it, you resell it, you highlight their name, the policy number, their certificate number, the cash value, the face amount, you highlight all this stuff. Then you go to the back of the policy and they've got the application, and I want you guys to highlight their beneficiaries. And you're going to go through this with them. So they see exactly what you talked to them about 2 weeks ago is exactly what they have in front of them. We want them to have the peace of mind that the decision they made is in black and white. You want them to feel fuzzy and have that warm, fuzzy feeling that what you told them that you were going to do and what they agreed on is exactly what they have. So when you show them their name, the policy number, you show them the beneficiaries, they see it all. So what you're doing, you're reinforcing the sale to hopefully they don't come back with a buyer's remorse. I don't need it, I don't want it, I can't afford it. It's also a great time for you, to ask for referrals. Excellent time. You happy with everything? Or you pleased with everything? I'm so happy. You got the policy in. God forbid something happens to you accidentally or naturally, whatever. This policy now is in force. And now you got the peace of mind. Just put it in a very important spot so if something happens or you have a fire in your house, you know to grab these papers and run with it. Joe, I don't have time to deliver policy. Joe, I get 30 leads a week. It's impossible. Okay. Here's the thought. You can have the carriers deliver them for you, or what you can do is you can have the policies delivered to your house, your office, open them up, and put in a little I love you letter. Congratulations, you've been approved for a $15,000 immediate benefits. Highlight that there. Your program will start on August 3rd. Congratulations again. If you have any questions, give me a call. Your insurance agent, Joe. Okay? From there, what I do, I like to put down Mr. Frank Jones. And if Mr. Jones and I were on a first name basis, I get my blue pen out to where it does not look like a copy. Take out a blue pen and write down Frank or Mr. Jones, depending on what I have with him. Then at the bottom, I sign my name kind of big, and I put down thank you. Put in a couple company cards, attach it to the policy, and send it off. Joe, that costs money. It does, okay? But let's think about this here. I believe Jay says it cost us a little bit less than $2 to mail out a policy. If you sit and look at 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and the amount of money that you could save by that little I love you letter, I appreciate it. You already sent them a thank you card. You sent them something saying congratulations. You don't know if that's going to make the policy stick or if you're wasting your time or wasting your money. To me, I like to play the odds. I'd rather give some extra cards at the house, one to share. I'd rather give them a couple coffee cups, that costs me money. I'd rather send them a thank you card, but that costs me money. And I'd rather have the policies delivered to me, it costs me money. Yet, to me, that's my insurance policy that hopefully they won't cancel it or send it back, get some type of buyer's remorse. They may say, damn, this guy's worked kind of hard. He's giving us coffee cups, company cards. He wrote me a little I love you letter. I'm going to keep it. Who knows? That's my style, okay? You guys have got to decide which way you want to do it to where you feel that it's effective for you, either to deliver it or to maybe, a lot of people, what they do, they'll sit and say, Mr. Jones, let me come by your house today, be there between 1 and 2. If they're not home, they just leave it right there on their front porch. Kind of caution you from putting it in their mailbox. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to go in there. I've done it before, but you're not supposed to put your hand in the mailbox, okay? So just be careful whatever you decide to do, okay? Now, chargebacks is something that's going to happen. My thought process is that I need to make X amount of dollars. So you need to write something down. I want to make X amount of dollars per week. If I need to make X amount of dollars per week, how many policies do I need to sell? How many leads do I need to purchase to where I'm a 20% closer, a 25 or 30% closer? What closer am I? So you know right now, let's sit and say you get 20 leads a week. You're a 30% closer. You're making 6 sales. We'll throw an average sale out at $600. Okay? $600 times 6 is $3,600 in annualized premium. Some people, that's little. Some people, that's perfect. Some people, is Joe, there ain't no way I'm going to do that. Well, I don't hear you whine about it. Learn more, buy more leads, you can do it. Now, right now, you get making 6 sales, and we're going to sit and say 20% of your business is going to fall off, either from buyer's remorse, it's going to fall off for NSF, it's going to fall off for whatever reason. You lose 1 policy a week. Does that happen all the time? No. Okay. So my thoughts is that if I know, and I'm telling you, you're going to get buyer's remorse, you're going to get an NSF, you're going to get a client who's going to cancel the damn policy for no unforsaken reason, you need to sit and say, I need to make 1 extra sale a week to offset that chargeback. Joe, how do you know? What do you mean make an extra sale? That doesn't make sense to make an extra sale for one that's going to fall off. Well, to me it makes sense. If I know that I can make ends meet on $3,600 of annualized premium, whatever your commission is, that's what I need to make my ends meet. Yet, I want to make some extra money for chargebacks, savings account, or a trip, or I just want to hustle and ask for some more referrals, knock on houses next door. That's what I do in my mind. I try to figure out how many leads I need, what type of closer I am, if I'm asking for enough referrals, if I'm knocking on houses next door. I know business is going to fall off. So I need to cover my ass to make sure I have enough business submitted and paid for to take care of my bills and to take care of my leads. Leads for us is the grail. We need leads to get in front of people. I told this before, if you get 20 leads And let's say you only get 10 referrals. I'm gonna talk small, you get 10 referrals, okay? And there's 20 houses, you knock on the 3 across the street and the 2 next door, that's another 100 people. So you got 20 leads, 10 referrals, and 100. That's 130 people a week you have an opportunity to see. Joe, I don't like asking for referrals. Learn. Joe, I feel uncomfortable knocking on the house next door. Learn. It costs you nothing but a little bit of guts to knock on the door, a little bit of guts to sit and say, are you happy with what we did today? Are you pleased with what we accomplished? Fantastic. Who do you feel would want to receive this free information as I got for you? Well, I don't know. Well, what about your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your niece, your nephew, your kids, your next door neighbor, your neighbor across the street? Help them find somebody. Because if each house you go to, one house may give you 3, one house may give you 1. Let's sit and say, you get 20 leads a week, you get 20 referrals. Out of those 20 referrals, you get a hold of 10, you have 5 sits, you make 1 or 2 sales. Guys, I want to tell you, it's not easy, but good things don't come easy. Work harder, make more sales, deliver your policies. If you can't deliver them, put a little I love you letter in there. Maybe buy some coffee cups, buy something to where your clients will remember you. Get company cards. When you order them again, put your picture on it. Put all your information from the leave behinds, your conditional receipt, I am your policy paperwork. Put all that in a red folder. Tell them this is an important folder. Put it where it counts. I will be here to do a review with you. You have any friends, call me. Be more aggressive. Get some guts. You'll start making more money. Make it a great day, guy. We'll see you on the call Monday. And as always, I appreciate your business and call us anytime.